plant gardens and eat the fruit. God's plan for you is to build houses, to plant a garden. Now, you're saying to the Lord, I can't buy a house. It's so expensive here. There's no place for me to build a garden. But that doesn't mean it's not for your children or grandchildren. And your plan needs to be for the future generations. You need to plan and you need to put into your children and your grandchildren. You need to establish yourself here in Europe. You need to plant a garden here in Europe. My garden is down the street. It's this nice grocery store, Bishop Elmer. They've got all the good fruit. They got all the good stuff. But then verse 6, he says, take wives and beget sons and daughters. So what God wants, especially, this is for the young people, what God wants is, He wants you to take wives for your sons. He wants you to get husbands for your daughters. This is the very most important thing He has. His first word to man was be fruitful and multiply. God's plan for you is to increase in the land. That's God's plan. And it starts there. Now, I had this in me, and I don't know why. I'm not that smart. But most of my children got married at 19, 20 years old. In today's age, that's a phenomenon. And God wants our children to get married soon. Sooner than later. Because what happens when you wait is you get established in your ways. And I like it the way a man put it to me. He goes, it's better to have a startup company than a merger. Startup is better than a merger. And what happens is if you have to save up your money, if you have to have everything set, your two people are merging. It's hard. It's better to be startup. Me and my wife were a startup company. We did very well, too, as you've heard. But what you see here is he says, not only take wives and have sons and daughters, he says, take wives for your sons and daughters. That's the next verse. The world is backwards right now. I want my sons and daughters to take wives and husbands at a young age. I believe it's God's plan. And the next verse, give your daughters to their husbands and take wives for your sons. You have to give your daughters away. Do people have daughters here? People want to hold on to their daughters. They want to hold on. They want to keep their daughters. But God wants you to give your daughter away. That's why when I marry one of my daughters, you've heard of bridezillas. I don't know if they have them here in Europe. It looks like it because I see them over there in Venice all running around getting pictures taken. It's not about the pictures. Sorry. I know you guys love pictures. But it's not about the pictures. It's about what God is doing. And when we have a marriage of one of my daughters, I have a little teaching that I give. The wedding is not about you. The wedding is about me and my wife, Christina. This is about us. We are choosing to give our daughter away, our most precious possession. So when we throw the party and they want to get involved, I'm going, no, sorry. This wedding has nothing to do about you. This wedding is only about me and Christina. And they look at me like, really? I've never heard that. I thought the wedding was about me. No, you'll get your chance. But you have to have that mindset. Because the world has lost that. The world has lost family. The world has lost fathers and mothers who love and care for them. So I love throwing parties when I'm marrying I have 6 daughters. I have 2 parties left in me. And the older I get, the bigger the parties get. But I tell them, like, hey, no, this is all about me, not about you. And your sons, you get to keep them. You get to keep your sons. My one daughter, she came home with her husband, and I told her, I go, no, out of here. You're no longer a house. You're no longer a house now. You're Kiang. You're a Filipino now. But see, I want them to know, hey, you're part of that family now. And I still love you, and I'm still going to help you, but I want them to get that in their mind of now they're connected somewhere else. And then the last verse, he says that your children will have children, so that you can increase in the land. And all you need to remember is that you serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's all you need to know. 3 generations. Work hard. This is the word of the Lord to you today. Work hard. Work with all your might. Because when you do that, God will bless you. Lay your life down for your children, but also be strong. Give your children away young. Pray for them, cover them. Because it's God's plan. He says that you can increase and not diminish. And I believe that that's what God wants to do in the European church. He wants you to increase in number and not diminish. Amen?